Okay, here we are with Nixster, and I'd like to apply the same principles so that you are reinforcing the same lesson with each of them and just learning to apply it to their different faces. So when I went through all the sketches that you'd done of Nixster, I see that you had a lot of different variations of his face, but by the time you got to this final one, it's pretty consistent with the way you've always drawn him. So that is superb progress, that you are getting to a stage where he is very much pretty consistent. We just want to start to get these perspective things in place now. So reiterating what I told you about Thumbman, the first principle is close eye is bigger, okay? The second principle is that the nose will cross over, so it's small eye, far eye is smaller, and the third thing is that the nose crosses over the far eye, and the final thing is that the ear, top of the ear, aligns with the eye line. Okay, so let's have a look here with Nixster. This eye, being the closer eye, is going to be a little bit larger. Okay, so we just want it to be bigger. And then by default, if the other eye stays the same size, it will be smaller. In general, you won't see the full circle of this eye. Okay, the nose will cross over. You just draw it a little bit further over towards the far eye, and it covers the inner edge of the far eye, and that is what you want. Okay, so that is important. You want the closer eye to be larger, the further eye to be smaller, and the nose to cross over part of the further eye. Okay, the next thing is the top of the ear to align with the eye line. So again here, if we look at the eye line like this, you can see that his ear is sitting above, or kind of the center of his ear aligns with the eye line, and what we want is to have it like this small. Okay, so the top of the ear to align with the eye line. And then with Nixster, because he's got hair, we need to take perspective into account. So this hair being the closest to us is going to be, even if the outer hairs like this on the left and right are the same height when he's looking straight at us, when we look at him from an angle, this one's going to appear a little bit longer and this one will appear a little bit shorter. And that's just the effect of perspective. And if we draw it like that, it'll look more effective. So we want to say that the closest hair is going to appear to be the longest. The further hair is going to appear to be shorter, even though in reality it's the same length. And then the ones in between are going to fall into the same pattern, okay? So we just want to get that consistent to make the perspective work for us, so that we get that, you know, things that are closer are bigger and things that are further away are smaller. So those are the things that I want you to work on for both of them. Again, with Nixster, you can draw his face facing in each direction, so it doesn't have to always be facing the same direction. We just want to get his ear consistent, his eye and nose overlapping the far eye. And then remember also, depending on what his eyebrows are doing, if the eyebrows are arched upwards like this, they won't touch the eyeballs. But if they are curved downwards in any way, so frowning eyebrows like this would touch the top of the eyelids. Sad eyebrows, kind of like this, will touch the top of the eyelids. Questioning eyebrows or kind of curved eyebrows like this will touch the top of the eyelids. So that is just also something to remember. So draw just his face, and draw it facing left and right. And if you want to, try it looking down and looking up. you can do a few which are just facing straight onto us, but that is such a very dull angle to see a character from that I would encourage you to rather explore the tipping up. So if his face is tipping up like this, it can be like that. If his face is tipping downwards like this, well, you could have it like that and like that. And his ear like that. So just explore the possibilities of his head looking left and right and looking up and down, and the same for Thumbman.